Hi Sebastian, here's your Unit 6 quadratic equations test, and I just wanted to go over a couple of corrections with you here as well. Starting with 1b, if you are starting with 2 root 5 plus 3 root 20, then in order to simplify this, we need to have it's almost like terms in the radical sign. So what you're going to do is stretch out the 20 to make it 4 times 5, because 4 has a perfect square root of 2. So it becomes 2 root 5, and then when the 2 comes out times the 3, you're going to get 6 root 5. And so your total here is 8 root 5. You can't get root 20 when you start with one of the terms being root 5. It's just not possible. Oh, I see what you did. Oh, yeah, it is possible. Okay, so what you did is instead of going down to lowest terms, like bringing it down to a radical that doesn't have a positive perfect square root, what you did is you took the 2 squared and you put that in as 4 under the radical sign. 4 times 5 is 20, and then 1 root 20 plus 3 root 20 is 4 root 20. I see what you did now. Okay. This would not be considered the correct answer because root 20 can reduce to 2 root 5, and so the 8 root 5 would be the answer of choice there. Okay, but I do see what you're doing, and I see that you have the understanding for the radicals, how to work with the radicals. I just missed that at first glance. Okay, so looking at question 2, 2 is fine, 2a and b, you did a great job there. Now question 3, you can factor the trinomial that you're given in 3a. You don't have to. You can use the quadratic formula for sure, but unfortunately when you did, you made an error with your operations. If you choose to factor it, I've written the factored form here for you. And then your factors, or your zeros for x, the roots, are going to be x equals minus 1/3 and x equals 2. Now that's not what we got over here, and if we take a look at y, it's because what you need is a bracket here so that minus 5 is squared, because it's b squared and b is minus 5. So minus 5 times minus 5, positive 25. And then over here we have 4 times 3 times 2, which is 24, and that's positive also because of the negative times the negative. So 25 plus, 24, gives us 49, not 29. 49 has a square root of 7, so 5 plus 7 is 12 over 6 is 2. 5 minus 7 is minus 2 over 6 is negative 1/3. And you're going to match up with your roots there if you do that. Okay, for number 3b, it's a little bit cut off here. I think I can see where you're going with this though. And you did throw in the positive and negative, although I don't see them here in your solution, but it is cut off, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. Oh, I see why, because you got x squared equals 7 over 2. The next step would be x equals plus or minus root 7 over 2. And so you've included the positive and the negative roots there, so that looks good. You can always try those by putting them back into the equation for x and making sure you get left-hand side equal to 0. I don't see question 4 here. I think it was included. Let me just double check on the original document. Okay, I just put you on pause for a minute and went over to look at the original document on my computer screen, and I don't know what my iPad's doing to me today, but it's cut off the last part of your document. So I'm looking at number 4, and I know you're not looking at number 4, and I can tell you that it's correct and that you did a great job on that one, so that's just fine. So overall a good assignment, but just look at a couple of those little things and make sure that you have all that fine-tuned before you do the exam.